Yeah, my headset isn't even up that high, and you were loud in my ear.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Alright, guys, welcome back. DJ Pickles. This week we got something new to for you guys and for us.
Yep, and I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend, and is enjoying themselves tonight.
Yeah, I know I am, but
I have to say, DJ, I was a bit surprised by what you wanted me to watch. It didn't seem quite on brand for what we normally do.
I, the reason I picked that is, and it's kinda cheaty, but I have seen that particular short film before a couple years ago, and
Hmm.
I actually know the guy who made it. So,
Oh,
so yeah, he's a personal friend of mine.
okay.
But I will say the one you sent me was definitely enjoyable. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
All right. Well, why don't you start us off tonight?
Okay. Which, which one do you want me to start with?
All right. So
Because,
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with the Trick or Treat horror short. You're
okay,
gonna tell me how you came across it, and just tell me some things you know about it. Then I'll tell you what I thought about it.
okay, so, Trickle Treat is the whole film is, just a somewhat stressful film. I will say this, the first time I watched this film, I wasn't afraid of it. And the reason why is because I watched the behind the scenes before I watched the actual film. So I can't help but to admit that every time I watch it, I
You're thinking of the creation of it.
I am, and I'm thinking, okay, if I saw this in the correct order, it would be a lot scarier to me. But because I know how it's made, it's less scary and more funny. Which, I mean, for a horror film, funny is not what you're going for. So, yeah,
I would say it is always fun. Halloween, the Halloween season lends itself to one of the most interesting things to make to make short films about, to make films about in general, because there's so many scenarios you can slice into it.
yeah. Now, the whole, you know, movement of hand, the hand and the whole performance of a special character is influenced by the deep in the costume. I mean, the way he moved definitely made it like a work of art and not just a I'm gonna slash you with my knife. He actually did a few tricks first and then the quick slash across the throat. It was good. It was um I'm gonna say masterpiece of just great work.
Yeah, I do like the whole trick or treat element where they kept like they were given a choice.
Yeah,
I do have to say one thing,
what?
before we go any further. The second this thing started, and the whole thing about them not having the candy out, my first thought was, give him some popcorn.
Uh, okay,
Give him some
yeah.
popcorn, and the entire night would have been saved.
I did not think of that originally or tonight, but you did make a good point. It's
Hmm.
it
He needed a treat. We've got popcorn. It doesn't have to be candy. Many Halloweens I have given trick-or-treaters things other than candy.
yeah, no, and I mean
Hell, most Halloweens, like at my store, we give out Hot Wheels cars as part of the trick-or-treating.
no, yeah, so they they're definitely like you could have swapped out the candy for popcorn. That would have been good. Now,
Oh, it saved their lives.
yeah, now I did like how at the end he went to another house and yeah, he had a bunch of candy which he gives the guy like 2 or 3 handfuls.
Yeah.
So, he's the being a Halloween slasher, is
Now, yeah, he's a slasher. I was trying to figure out, is he supposed to be just human, or was there something else to it? Um, the with the magic tricks. It's one of those things where it could be something more was going on.
yeah, yeah. I believe there is. Now, what I can tell you is that there is a sequel coming out this year
Oh,
in
nice.
yeah in October. So I I can't wait to see that because I did
Right.
one
Is it going to be the same character, or is it going to be something different?
I from what I have seen it's gonna be the same character. I
Is
just
this also going to be a short, or is it going to be a bit longer?
I mean it's gonna be a thought. I just don't know how short it will be. I mean I could tell you it's not gonna be like hour long. I could,
Gotcha.
but this the whole production behind the first one. I could tell you will be leveled up in the second one
I will
because
say for this type of thing, you don't really need to, because part of the horror of things like this is that it is simple. It is a guy or a thing with a knife in a normal place and situation that
yeah,
anyone could find themselves in.
I got you.
That's
Man,
what builds up the tension for me.
yeah, makes sense.
Wait, give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay. I do want to point out for those who are watching, we're not going into names just because they're not important and our main slasher doesn't have a name. I mean,
These are just they are horror movie victims and they are skull faced horror movie slasher.
yeah, no, like, I I wish I remembered to contact my friend to see if he wouldn't mind me showing it, but I do know he has a copyright on most of his work, so
Right.
that that was my bad. I didn't prepare for that.
Well, you don't need to do that. You can just put a link in the description so anyone who wants to watch it can just watch it.
Yeah, I will do that afterwards. I will drop link to both of these short films. That way, if you want to check it out, there you can. Now it's still. And what else did you think of this platform? Well,
Okay, so yeah, I thought it was well done. I thought it was well put together. I like the little hints about not hints. All right, so they are a newlywed couple.
yes.
They do feel like two people who are still learning about each other. So I did like a bit of that,
Mm,
but also they felt close. There was chemistry with the characters.
yeah, yeah,
In the short amount of time that we got to them, I could get the idea that there was something between them and that there was a bit of history there. Um, the slasher had just the right amount of tension, but also where I could see it in that if they had just had their candy, he would have been perfectly fine and left. Um, I hope at the end that the guy asking for the trick would have just gotten um, a regular non-lethal card trick from the skull guy
yeah, no, no.
because he didn't screw up, so he doesn't deserve to die.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That made sense to me, and in my belief, that's what he got, but you never know.
Right.
uh, but yeah, I mean, this is a good soap film. This is one that, you know, I knew was to find it because, you know, it's on a YouTube channel, so
Yeah.
easy. uh, so,
All right. So for me, I have brought to you today the animated pilot for Ramshackle, which is an animated adaptation of a webtoon of the same name.
okay,
Okay. Uh, so this is from ZZ, and it features a trio of characters who are scraps, which is basically the underclass. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, okay, the underclass from this civilization, this sort of prohibition era cartoony over the top setting. The
yeah,
pilot features the trio stumbling across an infant. They're poor, they're downtrodden, and they eventually enter them into a talent beauty pageant for babies.
hmm,
And I love the art style. I love the animation. This is goofy over the top. This is your has been hotel, hell of a boss style, over the top hyper violence, but being sweet with the characters. And this is a lot of the humor that I really like. I was unaware of the webtoon before now. It went on a bit of a hiatus so that the writer could work on getting this animated pilot set up and out there, and they are working on an episode 2, which is supposed to be sometime relatively soon.
hmm.
This show is fun, funny, and along with something like Lackadaisy, I really do hope to see more of it soon. What were your thoughts on this hyper violent goofball comedy?
Okay, so the setting of it rem- reminded me of the the marvelousness of visuals of Flapjack.
I can see the flapjack in the color grading for this. The
Yeah,
tones of the like the lighting and everything, like the colors used, it does feel a bit like flapjack. I can see that.
yeah, yeah. So I definitely got that feel, but I will say it definitely felt like this was more a high society version of Flapjack. I mean, you're familiar with the show, so you know that Flapjack is more sea barren than anything else, but this definitely seemed like it was supposed to be more up, not uptight, but a more high class version of the sisters looking down on what essentially the equivalent of Fat Jack, Knuckles, and Bubby. So, yeah. Now, the whole finding baby in the can and call it maggot. Hilarious. I like that. The whole we need to, well, the whole thing about the beans was a good joke and it got paid off in the end.
Hey, they need those beans if they're going to survive.
Yeah.
I
So,
will also say Zedzi, who is the writer for the comic,
yeah.
she actually voiced Maggot and Maggot and Bailey, like the two babies, the blonde baby and the baby that they're carrying around. That was
Yeah.
voiced by the creator.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, it was entertaining. It was, straightforward. I, I didn't feel like there was any strange cuts in this because, there's some that you could just tell that has a jump cut in the middle of it, and I didn't feel like that had it. And it's definitely one that when they make more, I will watch it again. So, yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. Hmm.
Yeah, I do feel that the series is following a very haves versus have-nots
Yeah,
style thing. Um, I think it's gonna be one of the things delving into the background of the characters. Yes, there's a webtoon. I am very much going to go and try and read some of that because usually the webtoons or like the books for these types of things will have differences between them and the shows they get adapted into, so I'm
I
okay
mean,
having read a bit of this stuff. Same thing with Lackadaisy. Lackadaisy exists as a long running comic, and the show takes liberties from that. That's how these things are done.
yeah,
Um,
no, I hear that,
yes, this was kickstarted and it came out last October, I believe. Um,
hmm,
but yeah, now we're just waiting for more.
okay, yeah, I mean, definitely seems good, and definitely I will be paying attention to this to see what else they come out with. But I'm just hoping that this phase as like a web series and doesn't.
Get scooped up by Amazon or Netflix and uh, neutered is the proper word.
Yes, yes. Yeah, because I mean, we both know how Amazon this would have been, and yeah, we don't need to see that again.
But we all want creators to get what they're owed. We want them to be able to like make the things that they want to make, and that takes money. So I do not hold any of that against a creator who wants to, get their bag.
Yeah, no, of course not. They deserve what they put out, but I'm just saying, let's not, if it does
As
good
long as
to,
they're making what they want to make, not what the studio tells them to make.
yeah, if it does go to Netflix as a, or, any other studio, let it be as it is.
Now, all of my stuff, because I have not read the series yet, like everything for me is just guesswork as like how the characters get along. I do like the idea of the trio because I do like trios in stories like this.
Yeah, so
I'm
do I.
thinking that maybe Stone has some background of coming from a wealthy family. He has that kind of look to me.
Yeah,
Stone is the taller one with the jacket.
yeah, the goal.
Yeah, the goth. I have a feeling that the goth comes from money.
Yeah, no, I felt like that too. I felt like the Civil War, the remembrance name, oh, felt like it came from a somewhat middle class family, but was
Hmm.
mistreated or discovered at the point. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Um, I I'm not adverse to romance, though friendship is usually my go-to for this type of stuff. But hey, it's whatever happens, happens. I just want to see characters have fun, goof around, and nonsense happen to them. I am hoping that there is a bit of a supernatural element in this that continues from the pilot, but that it's not anything serious. I like goofy, fun adventures. I hope this is something that is filled with goofy, fun adventures.
Yeah, no, I, I, I have said too, and I definitely wouldn't mind a bit of supernatural adventures. I mean,
Yeah, I don't want a save the world and end poverty type thing in this.
yeah, no, but I will also say I don't want a let's be friend death kind of situation because we got that 20 years ago.
Yeah. No, this is no Grim and Concarne type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I am going to keep my eye on this. I'm going to go read the webtoons. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Um, any other shorts or like animated pilots or pilots in general that you were interested this made you think of? Because there's a lot of them out there lately.
Um, no, I have to say no because the the only old like pilot I have watched is Hasper, so I will be totally no doubt I will be focusing on some in the middle school, so
Mm-hmm.
you know it's an it's a new medium for me, especially on YouTube. So I can't wait to dive into more.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's a couple of like magical girl style pilots. There's another one called Monkey Wrench that I was interested in. I was going to be looking into that. There's a bunch of good stuff just out there in the ether that more people need to find. And that's sort of like what I wanted to bring up today.
Nice. And I I see that. I appreciate that. And I will tell you this.
To that, I am going to put links to both of the things we were talking about in the description.
Yeah, so will I. And I will definitely say I'm gonna need to get better at tolerating these lies because I don't quite know if I want to do short films in every single title moving forward.
All
So
right.
yeah, I might include like the short name, but we will see how that goes next week.
I will ask, what are you working on currently for the rest of the week?
um, not much. I mean, I I have some content planned, but that's not gonna be out for like a week or two. And tomorrow, um, I got get out house for a bit. Uh, what what I want to do is I'm I'm playing a game right now, and I kind of want to try to make that into a series with just me voicing my character, but I don't know how that would go. So I gotta test that out a bit. So what do
Is
you
that going to be a live or recorded?
um I might do it recorded just because I might I won't do it recorded just so I have time to really figure out what I want to say as my character because roleplay is still new to me. So finding out how my character will talk in a game where they don't my character doesn't talk at all will take time. So
Okay.
yeah. What do you play?
Well, I am working on a couple more Scooby Doo reviews because that is something that I've been doing for a while, but
Yep.
I took a pause on, and I am going back to my whole quest to review every Scooby Doo movie.
Nice.
hmm I'm actually going to be working on that later on tonight.
Nice. Yeah. I'm actually gonna be headed to bed after this because I got a appointment at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So
All right.
yeah.
Well, I will say we did two short films, so slightly shorter stream.
Yeah. I mean,
Um, Next week I would like to actually watch a bit more of Code Lyoko. I do miss it. I do miss that show.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you want to, like, rotate or
Yes, I was just about to suggest that we rotate it out. That we just like watch a week of episodes, like 5 episodes, and then next we find something new to talk about, and then back to that we go back to Code Lyoko.
okay, yeah, I get it. I was wondering, if you were just wanting to get away from that, or
We are in season 3. We're almost done with the show.
well, we finished season 3,
I
we'll
mean, yeah,
go into season 4. So, yeah, we'll pretty much at the end of the show.
yeah,
Alright,
not
so,
counting evolution.
uh, yeah, no, I'm not looking to do evolution because it's just like I mean, we could, but from what I hear, it's just a live actually telling
Oh, okay, then forget about that then.
of season 1 with,
Yeah, that's not something I'd be interested in.
yeah, nah. Well, with that being said, I will talk to you later, and I hope y'all have a good night. Bye, guys.